Welcome back to Tom's Life. Today's Sunday special is Chinese chicken curry pie. So the ingredients you need is chicken breast, 2 onions, baby mushrooms, 2 carrots, garam masala, tarragon, salt and ground black pepper, plain flour, medium curry powder, chicken stock cube, Shortcrust Pastry and soy sauce. So first step, we're going to prep all our ingredients. I'm going to start off with the raw meat, the chicken. First step, we're going to prep our raw meat, our chicken. So you're first going to chop it down the middle. You're going to bring it back together and you just want to slice it into little pieces using your sharp knife. Always move your fingers out the way so you don't cut yourself. Don't want small, but we don't want big pieces, so they all cook the same time when we fry them. We've got a little mixing bowl here. We're going to place them in, just like that, and we'll keep chopping our chicken. So next step, we're going to start prepping our ingredients for our curry sauce. So you're first going to chop your onion. You're first going to chop your ends. Want to chop it down the middle. And you then chop both of your ends off. Peel 2 layers of the skin. Do the same with your other half. And then we will finally slice them. The fine pieces. So next step, after when you have peeled and chopped your ends off, you just want to finely slice them into thin strips. Go all the way down with the knife. Be careful with your fingers. Just like that. And then you just want to chop them in half. You don't want to chop them too small, but you want to leave some, you want them to be not whole, but not too small. So I'll show you again, and then you're going to place them in a mixing bowl. And I'll show you again how I did that. You're just slicing them. Then bring them all back up. Don't worry if they all fall down. And you're just going to chop them into pieces. So we'll give some flavour for our sauce and also for our filling in our pie. And then you'll place them in the bowl and then you'll do your other onion. So next step, we're going to prep our carrots. You first want to chop your ends off. And with your peeler, you want to move it up and down. Keep turning it. Be careful you don't cut yourself on the sharp blade. So just keep moving it around till you get all the skin off. And then we'll finally dice these. And then we'll prep our mushrooms. So you just want to keep feeling all the way around till you get all the skin off your carrot, and then you'll do the same with your other carrot. Once you have peeled your carrots, you want to get one of your carrots and you just want to chop them. Just like that. You want to keep them round so they give some texture to your sauce and your filling. So you're just going to place them in a little bowl, just like that. And then you'll do the same with your other carrot. And then we'll prep some mushrooms and put them in with our carrot. So next step, you're going to prep your mushrooms. You'll need about 8 small chestnut mushrooms or butter mushrooms. And you just want to chop them in half, like that. I keep showing you, so you're just chopping them in half. They got a lot of water in them, so you just want to chop them in half, just like that. And we're going to place them in with our carrots. Just they won't take long to do. You carry on doing the rest of your mushrooms, and then you'll next make your stock, and then you'll start frying your chicken. So next step, you're going to get some hot water. You're going to put it in your measuring jug. You're going to peel your chicken stock cube. You're going to place it in, and you want to give it a good stir with your fork till it has evaporated. So you just want to give it a little stir. Take a minute or two. This will be our stock to thicken our sauce when we make our Chinese curry sauce. But we will fry our chicken first. So you're just finishing off stirring your stock cube in to your water. Next step, you want to grease your tray with a little bit of butter, and you want to place your shortcrust pastry in at the bottom. So you're placing your shortcrust pastry in the bottom of your tray. So you're just pushing it all in, patting it down carefully. We have greased it with a little bit of butter. And then with a sharp knife, you're just going to trim all the edges. So with a knife, you just want to trim it up nicely. So you're just getting a sharp knife and just going round. And you just carefully take off your pastry, your shortcrust pastry. And then you just bring it in a little bit so it looks tidy. You just feel if you need to do it anywhere else, but if you don't worry. Just like that. So next step, you're going to switch on your hob. You want to set it to high. So when your pan is nice and hot, you want to place all your chicken in. You want to start frying this for a few minutes. Break them apart using your wooden spoon so they don't all stick together, and just keep moving them. So we want these to cook for 5 to 8 minutes till they got some colour on them. Then we'll take them out. Then we will make our curry sauce and then place our chicken back in, and then we'll place it in our shortcrust pastry. So you're just breaking it up with your wooden spoon. So they get some colour on them and they don't all stick. Now you want to start making your sauce. You want to first place all your onions in, and you want to give them a fry. in your juices what you've got from your chicken. They will give flavour. So you go nice and soft and they start to sweat and you get to smell the flavours from the onions. And then after when these are nicely fried, we start adding in our plain flour, curry powder, garam masala, tarragon and seasoning and stock. And then we'll place our carrots, mushroom and chicken back in. But first we're just going to fry our onions for 2 to 3 minutes. You want to put some soy sauce in. And you also want to add in your stock. And now we're going to add in all our spices. But you give that a little stir first. So at the moment you've got your onions, soy sauce, your soy sauce and your chicken stock in, and in a minute you will add in your curry powder, your plain flour, your seasoning and tarragon, dry tarragon. So next step you're going to put in 2 teaspoons of medium curry powder, and then you give it a little stir. So you put in another teaspoon and you just give that a little stir in. Be careful you don't splash yourself. Now you want to add in a tablespoon of plain flour. Just give it a little tap in. And you want to give that a good stir in. So all thickens into your sauce and stir it all in. If you need a little bit more water, it's up to you, but you just want to make it into a nice smooth texture. Then we're adding some garam masala, just a little pinch, and a little pinch of tarragon, and then we're adding our carrots, mushrooms and chicken. And when I add in my carrots and mushrooms, don't worry if they're going in last. The steam when it goes in the oven will cook your carrots and mushrooms, so don't worry. Now you just want to add a pinch of garam masala into your pan. Give that a little bit of a stir in, carefully. And you also want to add a pinch of tarragon. Not a lot, just a tiny little pinch. And then you want to get your wooden spoon and give that a good stir. This will be our sauce. And in a minute we add our chicken and our vegetables, our carrots and mushrooms back into the pan. And today I'm making Chinese curry chicken pie. If you don't like curry pie, I have made loads of different pies, chicken, lamb and fish, so you can see them on my YouTube channel. But today I'm making Chinese curry chicken pie. Now you want to add in all your chicken back into the pan. You also want to get your mushrooms and carrots. And now you want to carefully give them a stir in, so they get into all the sauce and give flavour. Just be careful you don't splash yourself. It might be a little bit hot, so just be careful when you're stirring it in. And before we place this in our pie, we add a little bit of ground salt and ground black pepper. Now finally you just want to add a little bit of seasoning. You first add in a bit of ground black pepper. And you also just want to add a little bit of salt. And you just want to give this one final stir. So all your seasonings coated in. Into your sauce. So we've lowered it now and we're just going to place the lid halfway on. Like that, so it can just simmer and thicken up your sauce. You take out your wooden spoon and you put your lid on halfway like that, so some of the steam can come out, and we've got it on a low simmer while you preheat your oven. So next step, you're going to preheat your oven using my bump-ons to tell me which one is the oven. You want to set this at 200 degrees. I have set that at 200 degrees. Let that just preheat while you finish off making your Chinese chicken curry pie. So once your filling has nicely been simmering, you want to place it in your shortcrust pastry. So you're just spooning it on. Get most of it in. And then we'll lay it out into a nice even layer. So don't worry if you're just pouring it in one place. Now you want to get your other shortcrust pastry. You want to carefully place it on top. So you're just going to get your shortcrust pastry and place it nicely on. Work it all the way round. So it's packed in. Like that. Any little bits, just push it in, and then like you did before, you're just going to trim all the way round, and if you see any little gaps, you just neaten it up. So you're going to place your pie in the oven to cook for 10 to 15 minutes. So you cook all your shortcrust pastry all the way through. So you carefully place it on the top shelf. You close the door. You let that cook for 10 to 15 minutes while your pastry goes nice and golden and your filling goes nice and bubble inside. And then you will serve it up. So this is what it should look like when it's done. This is how you make my Chinese chicken curry pie. I hope you like this. Don't forget to hit the like button, share and subscribe, and thank you. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. More videos coming soon.